and I helped him peel the letter commercial pools, and he went there, and then but now he's running the safety for Pool Corp for the West, and that's what he does. So and there's other pool guys, Lance and Alan and Paul, and these guys are guys I just ran with over the years that were all in that little cluster in Temecula Valley down there, and you just, like I said earlier, you surround yourself with people, and it's training from everybody all the time. So it's good, and the more people you meet, the more you become smarter, and the more people that can help you out and that you can help. That's why I say get everybody's card. Know your reps.
And that's I think that's something that a lot of pool pros don't take advantage of, right? Is really kind of, tying into, and we talk about it all the time, but it's always a complaint from the sales reps, right? And not a lot of pool guys, they don't want to, but it's what we talk about, man. When you're in the backyard by yourself and you can't figure something out, and you've got only 3 or 4 buddies that do pools, because let's be realistic, when you start, you don't have a lot of buddies until you get into, whether it's an IPSA or a chapter, that you start to meet other people. Not everybody does that at the beginning, right? Not everybody jumps into an association right off the bat. They start doing things on their own. So you don't have the pool guys, but that's the big, huge opportunity to reach out to sales reps and get them. And they automatically think, well, I'm not going to get their number, because if I call Brian, Brian's going to tell me, oh, just install my product. That's what you got to, like, they feel like you're going to push the product down the throats. And that's not what's going to happen. You're going to get a guy like yourself that's going to be like, let me help you. This is what you should do. This is what you know. So we talk about it all the time for everybody out there, man. Just get out there, get people's contacts when you're out at these events and network. You're talking about it all the time. Todd's out there all the time. I see Todd giving out his phone number all the time. I mean, what? And it's like you say, what president do you have that you could pick up the phone and call and be like, hey, I've got a problem with this product?
I stop guys at gas stations. I've thrown T-shirts and my business card at lights. I'll honk the horn and throw a guy a hat or a T-shirt and throw it across at a light. And hopefully I make it in the window. And they're like, what? And that's just what I do. And I don't just push what I do. I push to help. And if it comes around, great. If it comes around the next time on the sale, great. If it doesn't, that's fine. But when everybody, like JJ asked, you ask, what's the moment? When do you learn? I think you learn the minute I walk into his branch. I'm only here because of a relationship with Brent, or with is it Todd?
Todd.
With Todd, I get.
See, I'm not the only one.
Right? I get my
everything he did. He just undone.
Right?
He undone. Yep.
I get my rep Wendy out of Southern California. Her and I talk just as much as, and we help each other out. And reps, we call each other. So for everybody that's listening, that's not asleep, because I bored you guys for the last hour, look in your truck tomorrow. From your test kits to every bag and everything you buy at distribution, every one of those pieces of things that you buy, everything has a rep attached to it, whether it's an OEM or a rep company. And if you don't know who that is, that's the fault of you not going to shows and that rep probably not reaching out. So look in the back of your truck and look at everything that's in there. There's a rep for everything. And I'm privileged to know just about everybody in the industry with those products. And it's only because I've stuck my hand out enough and people have allowed me to meet them and help them out. And a couple of years ago at the Pool Nation Awards, there was 250 people there, and I knew 220 of them because the other 30 were pool people from across the country that I didn't know. But I know all the reps, and I'm just like, wow, that's a testament to doing what we do. Todd knows everybody that there is in distribution, because he's been doing this long enough. It's 100% relationship based.
Absolutely. Todd, is it okay if I send you memes at random times during the day? Does Benny?
Depends. Yeah, Benny, yes.
And then Jake Rambo is asking, what's Aquastar warranty phone number? Gosh.
That's my phone number, 469-885-2278. I just put it out there on the internet.
Wow.
If you're going to put it in the men's room, just, okay,
which by the way, John, I don't know.
Available Thursdays.
Yeah, Thursdays for maybe a good time.
This is completely off topic, but just to let you know how I am with John and Zach all the time. So I went up to OU to visit my daughter, and they have this old sandwich shop that's been owned by generation to generation, and they allow you to write like on all the walls and all that kind of stuff. And so of course I put for a good time, call John, and then I put John's real phone number, and my wife got mad at me. She's like, why would you do that? And I'm like,
funny.
it's the boys. It's funny. So just to let you know, John, the last time I went back, I went and I looked at it. Somebody scratched out the phone number. So somebody from the store probably
Somebody
went,
didn't have a good time with John.
Yeah. So you must have dropped the ball or not answered the phone.
You weren't a good time.
So, hey, let's see here. Somebody from LinkedIn is saying happy birthday to John. To Brian. I did get somebody that sent me a message that said, is it really his birthday? So,
Absolutely.
Not answering.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
absolutely.
I'll always say absolutely.
so listen, what are you teaching at the Atlantic City show?
So Steve Barnes and I are teaching filtration and how to be profitable with filtration and just hydraulics and pumps. I get to sit in a room with Steve, who's probably the smartest guy I know in the industry. And we are teaching just, I think, a couple hours on hydraulics and profitability with filtration. I think that's what we titled it. And then at the Western show, we're teaching a class. So at Atlantic City, that, and then we're doing a little
And
bit of
take it. If you think you know filtration,
Oh, take it. I listen to
you don't
Steve.
know filtration.
Yeah.
Take it.
Yeah.
You will get something out of it.
When Steve Barnes has a thing online, I listen. I mean, he's a guy you want to attach yourself to when you're trying to learn something every time. And that's, so we're teaching a lot of classes. This year I'm focusing on training a lot coast to coast and doing everything that we can. Because if you know your product, you're going to sell the product, you're going to fix the product, you're going to make it work. And a lot of times these classes aren't Aquastar. They're hydraulics, it's electrical, it's filtration, it's ozone, we don't do heating. I don't do heating anymore. But partnering with Ray Pack and the pool attendant, it's how to hook up automation. So a lot of times they're like, hey, you can talk about a topic, but you don't bring up Aquastar, right? But we all wear our shirts and we say, go down to the booth. So, and sometimes we're like, yeah, roll. I mean, we do it at distribution. I'm all over the place. And that's what we're doing this year, is focusing on the education part.
Yeah. And that's the basic foundation of our company, right? Industry driven.
Mm-hmm.
That's where Steve Barnes aligns with our company so well. That's where Brian aligns with our company so well. Industry driven, just raise the bar. And that's when I say it's, I mean it when I say go learn filtration, because if you can learn proper filtration and understand it as a service professional, your homeowner has a better customer experience, and you're going to save yourself a heck of a lot of money as a service professional.
Yep.
If you understand proper filtration for your customer.
So I'm going to go sideways here and ask you a question, because you just said that. So is that something that strategy-wise you guys think of when you're hiring people? It has to go with that philosophy of what Aquastar stands for from that standpoint?
Yeah, absolutely. I think it's a couple things. I'm really big on fundamentally sound. I grew up playing a sport and was fairly decent at it for quite a while. And
he says he's fairly decent at it, and he's hitting shots off the second roof into a filter. Like, whatever, Todd.
Your underwater basket weaving career really took off, right?
And he's like on the second floor. When he first started doing that, I'm like, there's no way in hell he's doing that. Like, the third shot was like pumping. I'm like,
nothing but net.
What?
Yes.
So anyway, it's a sport that in any sport, but fundamentals are paramount. And I've kind of lived my life by that. Like, get a foundation, and have sound fundamentals, and that's the way we roll at Aquastar. Sound fundamentals, and then as Brian said, we're hiring people, not positions. And I love when I talk to someone that we're thinking about bringing on, or reaching out to someone that we want to bring on, or someone that reaches out to us that wants to come on, and they don't care what their title is. I love that. Like, just plug me in. I can do it all, right? And I'll get in the trenches, and I'll sit and dig through a spreadsheet if you need me to. Like, I will literally do it all. And that's why when Brian came on, he was like, call me whatever you want. I don't care, right? I love that. And Corey came on. He's like, whatever it is. I just want to get out. I want to be able to go do what I love to do, and they're all just industry driven, and that's it sounds really simple, and it is, right? So
but so many people get it wrong.
Yeah, I mean that's what we look for, right? That's what we look for in the industry.
And Steve Barnes said it. He goes, I'm privileged to work for a company that allows me to go out and do things. A lot of what Steve does is outside of Aquastar, right? He's not a direct relation in a sales meeting, right? And he's teaching a class that he can't bring up Aquastar. He's bringing up VGBA and he's bringing up this and he's on this committee and he's in Washington, D.C. on Capitol Hill. Like, we have a guy that's on Capitol Hill helping write legislation for 2 years from now wearing an Aquastar shirt. That's huge. And Olaf lets us go and do that. Todd lets us go and do that. So I am privileged to go and do whatever it is I need to do. And I get the calls, what city are you in? I don't know. Let me look at the skyline, right? I was up at 3:30, the local time here, 4:30 this morning in Boise, and I'm sitting here. This is what we do. And that's what Todd allows us to do. And that's what Mandy allows us to do. And that's what our team does. Jason, Josh, and Omar, and we just go and do it. It doesn't matter. That's what we're
If you think about the fundamentals of having people like this in the industry that understand the industry, and then having a Steve Barnes out there that understands the side of the industry of the codes and standards, and then installation, repair, and then you have a sole owner in Olaf, and then you have the manufacturing capability that we have. We can solve so many pain points.
Yep.
Right? That's our advantage.
Yeah. Yeah. No, you guys have a huge advantage, and you can see it, especially when you go out and do the facility tour. It's like, I think that's the biggest eye opening. You're like, oh, because it's one thing to talk about it, right? And you talk about concept from napkin to finish, right? But you really don't understand what that is until you get into your facility and you go, oh, that's why they're so agile. That's why they can make so many changes. That's why they're so fast. That's why you can listen to the customer as much as you do, right? Because you can tell somebody, tell me what your pain points are so I could fix it, and you're true to it, you fix it. Not let me hear it from the sales guy, and 4 years from now, nothing was ever done.
I think Brian challenged Olaf from the jump.
Yep.
Day one, he was with us. He was like, we're talking about the filter, and he was like, you said, everybody says no tools for the filter. You don't need tools. And we're like, yeah. Brian goes, oh, for the drain plug, you need a tool for the drain plug. And Olaf's like, hold my beer. And how long did it take?
Less than a year.
Yeah. But there's a wrench that it goes with the filter now. So that's,
It starts with Olaf, because when we did that golden ticket, I'm going to get off topic, but when we did the golden ticket, people said, oh my gosh, your owner was there from start to finish. As soon as everybody got off the limo bus to the very end, he walked through the facility. The facility was clean. Olaf was in there, our owner, who could be doing anything but talking to a bunch of pool pros. And Todd was in there, and they saw how we really are. We're not corporate, we're private. And when you have somebody as passionate about the industry as Olaf, who's listening to guys, and Jim, our engineer, who I work with Jim almost every day like Todd does, and it's a lot of texts, and working from a company before where we got stuff done, we don't have all the red tape. We literally have something, you go, hey, can we do this? Yep, we can flip the screen on our pump. Awesome. Yeah, when's it going to happen? Oh, our engineering team, our software team said we'll start it tomorrow. Okay, so we flip and rotate the pump. We change things. So that's the true part of it. It starts with Olaf, it runs to Todd, goes to Mandy, goes to our teams, and we make it happen. It doesn't die on somebody's desks. And that's the big thing. And I think that's why we do what we do. The compliments we had of what people didn't realize what we do when you go through the plant. That's the big thing. And that's training. That tour was training our customers. That's all it was about, was training and showing people what we do and how we do it. And we're going to continue to do that every year for the next 20 years. Right, Todd?
Yes.
That is absolutely awesome. John, we went over our time. We didn't even have our chance for the Willy Wonka. Look at that. Look at that.
Love it.
Ticket.
Where'd you get that, John? Where'd you get that?
You had to go.
Oh, golden
Get
ticket.
that.
And it's got a gold ticket in it. What is that?
This is a little ornament for.
Oh, I
for
thought
our
it was
tree.
a real. I thought it was
Yeah,
a real bar.
Yes,
Everybody
as
got
like
one
a
of
little
those
special remembering.
from the golden
See the
ticket.
golden ticket from
Did
Willy
you guys
Wonka?
give those away?
Yes. Inaugural golden ticket. There it is. He's got a
Yeah.
golden ticket too.
Oh, he's
Yeah.
got a golden
Yes.
ticket too. I have a big one, John. I got a
Yeah.
golden ticket this big.
Look, I enjoyed the shit. I loved it, dude. I can't wait for the next one. Hopefully, I get invited to the next one.
Well,
He didn't say right away that you were
Yeah,
invited.
yeah,
He
no,
said,
yeah,
stay
no,
quiet.
yeah, absolutely, you are absolutely. But John, guess what? We talked about this earlier. The boot camp that we're going to do in Southern California this year, we're going to do. Our studio will be done when you guys come out for that, and we're going to do this podcast. Right? We're going to do this podcast.
So
at our new
when is the
studio?
studio going to be done?
The studio will be done mid-February.
So are we going to be the first podcast?
Yep.
So we're going to break it in?
Yes.
Okay.
John,
Only if we
Only if we break
we'll
it
be
in
there.
will we do
Yes.
the podcast from
Yes.
there. If you let somebody
Yes.
else run a podcast, then it's off.
So now when I say back to you at the studio, we actually have a studio.
Yeah, you
Right?
truly can
truly
say
do.
back to the studio.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Nice.
So
Training. That's what
looking
that's for,
forward
is
to that.
training.
So
Yeah.
so John, we need to come up for a topic for that podcast. What do you think it should be? Any thoughts? I know it's
We
a
talk about
curveball.
food.
We're talking about
Amen,
food.
brother.
There you
Amen,
go.
right there.
Brian.
Right
you
there.
go.
Right there.
Right.
Right there, baby.
You're-
We'll put
you're
that on the
talking.
camera.
Hey,
There we
I got
go.
a couple messages on here that I want to talk about really quick before we go. Let's see here. I want to get to the point where I can get a free lunch every day from the from the reps I meet. Got to play the system. See, they're getting smart.
Yeah.
Happy birthday. Love that ozone. Thanks for the filter and pump, Todd. When you guys were talking about Steve Barnes getting out doing education and you allowing all the people to get out there and do stuff, Benny was saying now that's marketing, and we talk about it all the time. Great point. Had mine on my tree this year, so Jeanette had the Willy Wonka and the ornament. She had it up on her tree. Joel is saying still waiting for mine. Wink, wink. You got to go. I didn't even get one, Joel. I couldn't make it out to the thing, and Todd said, "Negative, Ghost Rider. It's not happening."
No, you had to be there.
You had to be there.
You had
Yeah,
to be
Todd
there.
was Todd
Yeah,
was like,
sorry.
you're either there, or you don't get one. Don't care
Yeah.
who you
I
are.
don't care who you are.
I don't care who you are.
I didn't even get one, and I was there.
But
That's true.
Did you eat yours?
Probably. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie.
John, since we didn't have any time, obviously, for our commercial for the second break, any quick final thoughts? We got like 4 minutes left. Actually, 3 minutes and 30 seconds.
We got time if y'all want.
Oh,
It's up to
Spider's
you.
going.
Everybody's asleep because I've been talking, so nobody's left. Was like one person, and that's JJ.
Let's see here. Let's see here. I couldn't picture a better company to work for. Our team is amazing out there. Safety,
that?
education, automation. That was Michael.
Michael.
Only
Who's that?
Pools is saying great leader. That's when we were talking about Todd. So big shout
Daniel.
out to you. Let's see. Olaf was there start to finish, including dinner and hanging out.
Yep.
That's actually pretty impressive.
Very
He even provided some music.
Yeah.
He trains at the trade shows. When we're out like the Pool International Bull Spot Show, he's out there talking to customers. He's not like sitting somewhere. He's literally showing the filter.
JJ can attest to it. I mean, how much does that man geek out when he's in his facility? Talking about the
he
tool
is
making?
he is in his element, and there is no hiding it, right? It's not just numbers and
Is he a proud
paycheck
dad?
and money, right? He is,
Yeah.
right? This is his baby, and he treats it
awesome.
that way.
Mm-hmm.
And when he's there, he is wicked smart. He knows his shit, right? And he's not one of those absentee bosses, right? That sit up on the ivory tower and don't really care about anything if it doesn't relate to numbers, right? You know what I mean, or whatever it may be. And I don't care about the product. I don't want to understand the product. I don't give a shit about it. I just want to know if it makes me money type bosses, right? This is his baby, and it clearly shows. And when he's there talking, you can just see it, come out of him when he's talking about it, all the way from his days back in the day, doing things overseas and how he started, when he built Aquastar and how he fought to keep it, private and doing it all his way. And yeah, and then to be there the whole time too, not only during the whole I mean, it's exhausting to do that. You guys have a lot of facilities. We didn't even go to all of them, right? I think we went to 7 of them, and you have like 9 of them buildings. I don't know, something like that, right?
Yep. We went to
And-
5 and we have 7. Yeah.
Well, 5 and 7, right? So you guys and looking to get more as well, and it's exhausting. And not only that, right? But during the dinner and the after, the after event, he's right there with everybody. And there's no secret to it, and it's pretty evident, right? But it's hard to replicate because you can't fake this type of shit.
Yeah, you can't
And
fake
I've
it.
always preached it, people work for people, they don't work for companies.
Yep.
And it is very important, that you get along with, that you have a relationship, that you feel comfortable with, that you have that buy-in, right? From your peers, from your subordinates, from your boss, or whatever it may be. You guys definitely, it's an Aquastar family that you guys have, and it starts from the very top, right? You can't, and that's something you can't fake, and you guys figured it out. So congrats on that for sure.
Congrats. Hey, so yeah, Anthony from ETX Pool is saying that was such a humbling and inspiring experience.
up,
If you
Anthony?
know, you know. Yep, only pools. Yes, great experience. Learned a lot. So, and Michael saying it was great to have everybody out there. He's excited for us to go live from our in all caps studio out there. So,
Yeah, he
John-
got his own studio. He's got his name on the wall.
does he
Mike
really?
was there like a week, and it says Michael Kraus in front of the studio. I'm like, dude, you've been here like 7 hours, and you have your name embossed engraved on a door. I'm like, what the heck?
What? How many? Do you have your name somewhere at corporate?
It's probably on a food truck
On a
somewhere.
food truck.
Are we gonna at least get our picture in the studio somewhere? Maybe put a little picture you can hide us and put us on the wall
We
or
can
Yeah,
start a
something.
collage.
absolutely.
Start a
No,
collage.
no. I want a big picture of all 3 of us on the studio. Like I want
No,
a
no,
big
don't.
I want a
don't
big
want that.
portrait. I want a
That
big
is the last
portrait
thing I
of
want.
Cool Nation up on the studio
wall?
and on the wall.
Absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely.
We just need a really tiny somewhere up there, and where we go. Do you see John right there on the wall? But nobody can really see it. But only if you're there, you get to see it or something like that. But no,
See,
nothing
I
big.
said a picture of us, and he said a picture of John.
Yeah.
Just
Yes.
up
There's
there.
3 of
Just,
you that run this podcast.
See, you
Where's
see
the
what I
other
mean?
one?
Right,
Where's there a
right.
third guy?
Yeah.
Where are you, Zach?
So, anyway, so John, quick final thoughts.
Quick.
No, look again. Final thoughts for the final time. I
the
really
last
wish I was
time.
there. This was awesome. And for those of you that have lived under a rock and don't know Brian, hopefully you get to learn a little bit about him. After listening to this podcast. He's, like I said before, he's one of the good guys. Go back. This is going to be recorded, right? This is going to be available. He put his cell phone number up.
That's
So
big.
that is his actual cell phone number.
You do
so
not
you
know what
can-
you just did.
Yeah.
It's all
So
right.
if you need him, call him, right? And make him live up to it. He won't disappoint. So
He'll be fired because he couldn't answer all the calls.
Right.
I want how about this?
What bathroom are
everybody
you
that's
calling
listening-
from, sir? Is that stall number 6
Everybody
in
that's
Boise?
listening to this podcast, right? Take this when we get to his number, pause it, write it down, and text him happy birthday.
No, you do not know
Wow.
what you just did, my
Wow.
friend. Happy birthday. Oh, hey, somebody's asking, how's that new pump stand going? Are you guys working on a new pump stand?
Pump stand. I don't have a pump stand.
So we were
don't need
talking
one.
about it with Olaf in the room, in the war room. We were talking about creating a little stand, kind of like how the Jandies do, so that they can adjust to
Oh, to the
the
different
height.
heights.
the different heights
Don't get me
without
started.
having
We
to do
adjust.
plumbing
We
or
line
something like that.
We line. We're 1/8 to 1/4 inch off. I'm not getting into that. I've got pictures that we line up to everything out there.
Yeah.
We don't need it.
Just
We don't
gotta-
need
as
it.
long
At
as you have enough-
Aquastar,
As long as
we
you have
don't need it.
enough straight pipe in front of it, you can.
You
bend that
can,
shit.
right. Yeah,
it'll go
yeah,
up,
yeah.
down.
But if you
got
don't-
a half inch either
Okay.
way.
Yeah.
We're good. We don't need a
That's
stand.
why they want, 24 inches or 12 inches or 18 inches in front of the
Whoa,
pump,
whoa,
right? So you
whoa.
can just bend it down a little bit or just heat it up a little bit and you'll be able to plumb it in. That 1/4 inch means nothing.
I can show you pictures. We're good.
Right?
Hooked them all up. We're good.
Yeah.
Hooked them all up.
Wow. So, and
Do you,
then,
do you know what it does line up with?
Here we go. Another
Huh?
Aquastar.
Well, no. Look, think about it. We were talking about old pumps. Think what was one of the older pumps?
It's
Brass?
Oh, you'd stay right. The old
No,
brass
the
dairy pump?
the Aquaflows.
The
Oh,
metal
yeah.
Aquaflows,
metal
yeah.
ones. Yeah.
It lines up with it.
Does it? I won't go that. I won't
It
name that one. but
100%
the other
lines up
ones-
with it, my friend, dude.
Our direct competitors were,
Dude,
but I didn't
I
think
was
it'd go
like,
that.
are you kidding me? I thought for sure, right? I was going there, but it lines up perfectly with that.
Well, that's how good we are.
Yeah,
That's how good we are.
That's
Yeah.
pretty fancy.
it's beautiful.
Pretty fancy. The whole organization and operation and people in it are outstanding. So big shout out to you guys out there. So,
Thank you.
Mr. Brian Croissant, which lives close to me, fellow Texan out here. But I just found out today you're originally from where?
Ohio.
Ohio. That would
Buckeye.
that would explain a lot of things. By the
Fellow
way,
Midwesterner.
yeah, little Midwestern
right next
guy
door
out
to-
there. Yeah.
Yeah, right.
And
next
by
door
the
to
way, you didn't wear your boots today, so just
I
to give
didn't.
you a heads up, I'm just
didn't.
Mr. Texas man over here.
Todd. Came off the plane and came right here from Boise.
No,
so-
you did not. You went home
I
and
kinda
you did
Well, I
your
tried to-
makeup and your powder.
Oh, there's not
and-
enough makeup to fix his face. There's not enough, and you all are looking at it. Sorry, once again.
So, Brian, no, absolutely. Just thank you for everything that you do. Like I said before, at the end of the guys, everybody that's listening, Brian's a pool pro at heart, right? And that's the beauty of it. And for you to be able to work for a company that allows you to do that, right?
Mhm.
And not so much of the you have to be in front of the computer and you have to be plugging this in and you have to be doing that. No, you're spent all your time out there, doing what you love, doing what you want, and being able to help so many pool pros. People out there would be lucky to be able to have you, as whether it's a trainer or a sales rep. So everybody, trust me, when you go out to these events, go out there, meet Brian, introduce yourself. He's kind of one of these guys that just, you meet him for 5 minutes and you just leave thinking that he's been your best friend since high school, right? He's just that type of a guy and really will help you. And what I love, Brian, is that if something doesn't work, you're not afraid to go, don't do that, try this, right? And that's truly what we need in the industry is people that'll watch out for the pool pros and really kind of guide them right down that right path. So anyways, thank you for what you do. Mr. Pieri? Yeah.
Real quick, I name drop because the people, it's like running your business or doing anything in life. You take a little bit from people you learn over life, whether it's personal or professional in your career, or if you do things, you take a little bit. Todd, speaks of his mentors, and I have many because I've used a lot of people selfishly to learn and do, and I've learned from reps, and I've learned from my past people that do what I do, and I learn from other people in the industry, and that's why I dropped the names of the people in this industry because they are instrumental of getting me to where I am, and I wouldn't have been able to do that without reaching my hand out and meeting people, customers, the horns, the distribution. All the distributors in this area that I know, we're friends. We text after business, and that's a lot because you have to get out there, and it's 100% meeting people. And I have this job because of that, meeting you guys and going through that. So when I say that, it's not me because I know everybody and, hey, I'm Brian and I know these people. It's because those people were kind enough to allow me to meet them. And I encourage that with what you do. And if you do that and do it for real and don't BS people, even your customers, you're going to grow and you're going to make yourself more valuable. And then coming onto jobs like this in a company that I deal with, in an industry that I love, I don't know how to do anything else. Like everybody else, I got out and got back in. And with companies that I've worked with before in Hayward and the people there, that's why I'm sitting here tonight, to be honest.
Absolutely.
And
So-
Todd.
We really appreciate you guys coming on. I know that you had a really long day today and you were like all game. You're like, oh, I'm in.
Yeah, I've been, it's been a minute.
So
I've got a day, two and a half days and I'm on the coast. Yeah.
by the time we get you back home and you're going to be up almost 24 hours.
Yes,
So,
yes.
so we
And I look like
really
it.
appreciate that. Mr. JJ, you started looking strong. You're looking a little tired now. Did I
am.
did I
That's the lighting.
did
I am a little tired.
It's early out there.
You're
What do you mean?
looking a little tired.
It is.
What time
it's
is
only 8
it?
o'clock.
Eight.
It's
It's
8
only 8
o'clock.
o'clock.
Oh, for Pete's sake.
Yeah.
I haven't eaten. I skipped dinner for you, Brian.
Oh, whoa.
All right. That's the love,
I'll order
Wow.
eat you from some food from right here.
right?
Todd, I need
That's
your
the
Amex.
love.
Need your Amex stuff.
All right.
It's a big deal.
I skipped dinner. We postponed dinner. It's like a ritual. I'm a creature of habit, dude. Food you don't mess with, right? And
Amen.
I'm supposed to have my dinner by now, but I said not tonight. We got Brian and Todd on, and I need to be here ready.
Good.
So I'm famished.
I got a question here.
For Todd.
They're saying I will 100% put your picture up in the office studio, John.
That was
That-
Michael.
that was
Our boy
Michael.
Michael.
Yep. Will there be another golden ticket event this year?
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Yes.
Will there
Are
be?
we going to kick it off at the? Did we not kick it off at the Western Show last year?
I just
Oh,
got
oops.
I just got a question. Will there be a golden ticket something in 2 weeks in Atlantic City show that they mistyped something there?
Maybe.
Maybe.
Oh, it's gonna. Okay.
This is way above my head.
That's
We're-
above your pay
we're-
grade.
Yeah, pay grade, definitely.
we're gonna have a little twist this year on the winners of the golden ticket. So stay tuned.
Don't.
The winners of the gold from last year
This guy's good.
No, on who's gonna win this year.
on who's going to win. There's a
good.
spin to it.
Yeah.
This guy's good.
Hmm.
Get you going, doesn't
Interesting.
it?
Wonder what that is. I'll find out on the
Guess
drive
we'll-
back.
guess we'll-
Yeah, you'll because we're gonna stop off at Summer Moon
Yeah,
again.
Summer Moon.
Summer
gonna
Moon,
stop
the
and
best
get some-
coffee in North Dallas.
There we go.
All I'm gonna say is pay attention.
Okay.
Just pay attention.
Okay. But it'll be in Atlantic City.
Pay attention.
Okay.
Things are happening.
In Atlantic City, because that's the first show. So.
Yeah.
And if
anyway.
you haven't tried the new 3 with us, Poolside and Raypack, you need to start because some stuff's going down and it's awesome. So that's what you really need to get into. Just going to end with that.
All right. So anyways, everybody, hope you have a great weekend. We are going to be doing The Matrix on Saturday. Super, super, super excited about that. And we'll catch everybody next week on the Instagram Live when JJ and I go live.
We
John,
go live.
See you on the
We'll
other
go
side,
live.
buddy.
Till next time.
till
Groovy.
next time. Till next time, my friend. Have a good one, everybody.
boys.
Good night. Bye, guys.
All right.
Thank you.
Thanks for listening to the Pool Nation podcast, a member of the Pool Nation family. You can listen to us live every Friday here at 9 a.m. Pacific, 11 a.m. Central, and 12 noon Eastern Standard Time. You can find us at Pool Nation or poolnationpodcast.com, on Facebook, or on Instagram at pool.nation. And to find more info about Pool Invoice, the billing software built specifically for the pool industry, go to poolinvoice.com. Before you go, this is what the pool industry has been waiting for. PoolmanUniversity.com. It's the first platform dedicated to learning the swimming pool service and repair industry. A pool service community where you can connect and find videos on business, service, water chemistry, and repairs. See you there at Poolman.